at all. Callum on pole with Milan in second. Karmad is third with El Plan in fourth. The big boys in the championship up at the top, apart from those who are opting out of the challenge. I'm looking at Beyond a Bore, of course. We've got Ashtube in fifth, Ricky Maru, the host, in sixth place, and then Loop Racer and Alpha Alex with Mika. Wonder, whether the drivers are seeing quite the level of black smoke everywhere that I can see. It's almost like all the drivers are actually on fire. Milan with the fastest lap straight away. El Plan in a familiar position up there at the front of the grid, and then it looks like it's going to be this is League of Destruction smoke we ordered, especially here in Qatar. I hope it's going to come in our Singapore round as well. Going wide is Ashtube. He's got Loop Racer just in front. Ashtube will be certainly looking to try and at least turn Loop Racer around, but we just see as they now look. This looks very menacing, doesn't it? A Red Bull hunting down as the Alpine lifts off and steers wide. Doesn't want to get into it. As AJ says, trust EA with it. Absolutely. Well, we did, as I say, put in a special order for this, but I'm glad I'm the one in the commentary box and not trying to drive through this black smoke. I'm getting getting shades of Days of Thunder, if anyone's seen that movie out there. And into the apex tries Loop Racer on Ashtube, and they're going to go side by side, and that's a side swipe, and yeah, there's down into the barrier for Loop Racer, and he got a little bit of a taste of his own medicine there for a moment, didn't he? We've got like Ashtube and Loop Racer were getting into it again as we cut away from the action. El Plan is in second place. Looks like Milan is actually lapping a driver, and that is the rear motor. The championship leader has been taken out. Sorry, and I was talking about 15 points. It's actually 20 points for the kill here. And like I say, they'll have to just confirm it with video evidence as to which of the Aston Martins it was that took him out. Oh, and Loop Racer, if he hadn't had an auto pit lane speed limit, he would have ploughed into the back. There's no, if possible, this is Mika. I think is that Alex just behind Mika? No, that was an Alpine. So we'll see if Mika can do anything. I love watching these guys try and outguess each other, out-strategize, and wipe each other out. Meanwhile, it is lap 10 and Milan leads. Now, remember, Milan was second in the championship, so a win's worth of points here could force him into a new championship leader position. Who knows? But unfortunately, it won't be bra at this point. Despite the bonus points, the 20 bonus points for wiping out the Paul. And here we go then. They got to sandwich the Mercedes. Yes, beautiful work, and that's Milan out. That was great work there from Ultramies with a little bit of an assist. What was going on with that Mercedes? In the championship with 39 points. He can't take the championship lead, I don't think. And we'll see now. Will we get a side swipe incoming? Oh, that was a nice little bit of tasty moment there from the Williams from Mika, and a little sideways swipe there. That's the Alpine running fourth, quite keen to take out the Williams. And did he make sufficient contact with the barrier? No, all four wheels still on the car for the Williams. Can't really say the same about all the bodywork there. El Plan will take first by 1 point if he finishes at the lead of this one. A good calculations. I love to see that kind of thing. Thank you for that. Well, this is Ashtube and Loop Racer are close together, and Loop Racer is way out on the gravel. No front wing. I think we know what probably just took place between those two, as the Williamses are both on the start-finish line. One in the pit lane, one on the racetrack is El Plan. He's going to be approaching an Alpine in a moment. Alpine, the last real threat here to El Plan, who's wearing the Max Verstappen helmet and the 33 number car. It's a nice bit of contact there, but unfortunately El Plan was equal to it. Mika picks up a position against Milan, and he's going to pick up the win of round 3 of our championship here in Qatar. El Plan wins then, and we'll see if Callum can make it through. It looks like the Alpine is going to hang around on the start-finish straight, ready to oh, why is he doing that? Why did he cross the line? That's not going to do anything for anybody, is it? Take this at frightening speed, but of course you're going to be sideways heading towards the DHL barriers here. This is Ricky Maru, who is currently at the front of the field. I think MCHoepPi has joined late because I didn't see him earlier on. This is Callum navigating that famous turn 7, sorry, as he comes through the next few corners. Now it's going to get interesting as we get towards that small bridge section. We're going to face directly at the financial district here of Singapore. Now we're going to turn to the left. Actually, this does make this track quite a bit quicker, doesn't it? Just cutting out of those. This is going to be murder central, I predict, this hairpin. Because the cars have no choice but to go horrendously slowly there. This then is drivers going very close to the pit wall. Why? Because it tends to be that the water doesn't settle as much right next to the walls. So that's quite sensible there. The roads are not necessarily crowned, and at least EA don't necessarily managed to render the roads as crowned, particularly. Ultrame's have retired from the session. Callum is the third fastest at the moment. Looks like it's going to be Milan, though, who's going to take the pole for the second race on the trot. There goes Milan in the Mercedes ahead of Callum, who takes a 1:38.3, but it's a 1:37.6 for Milan. In difficulty, wipes himself out by driving the wrong way around the track. He will not be allowed to pick up the points for taking himself out. And I've just seen in the driver chat room, Ole just sent a falling over skeleton gif in the chat because he's dead. We are down to 11 runners, and we have only just ticked past the start of the second lap here for the drivers. 1,000 cuts kill El Plan, but El Plan managed to deal with Atsu neatly enough there. So that was good, but El Plan is fourth, has no front wing, and in the wet in Singapore, that's not great. We've actually got daytime running here in Singapore, so that's why it looks all a bit weird. Loop Racer is retired. Why is that? Can we see the damage on board from Nike? Where did Loop Racer disappear to? The Alpine.
Okay, you've taken damage to the side pods. Expect to feel a little bit more drag than normal.